Hey everybody, today is Monday, September 26th, 2022, and we're back in Trapp, Pennsylvania, back at the Augustus Lutheran Church, America's oldest unchanged Lutheran church. Well, not this part right here, but right around the corner there is America's oldest unchanged Lutheran church, which we've actually taken a look at before. We're not here to take a look at the church today. We're not even here to take a look at the world's smallest schoolhouse, which is right over there. I've done a whole entire video for that as well. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely check that video out. And we're also not here to take a look at their amazing cemetery they have behind their church, though someday we will actually have to do a video for the cemetery in of itself, because it actually is really, really awesome. Look at that mausoleum right there. How cool is that? We will do a video for that one of these days. But again, we're not here to take a look at the cemetery. We're not here to take a look at the church. We're not here to take a look at the world's smallest schoolhouse. We're here because of the parking lot. I needed a nice, quiet parking lot to show you guys something pretty awesome that I've been wanting to show you guys for some time now. Something you guys have heard me talk about many times in the videos, but something I've never really shown you guys. And I figured today is a day to do it. We're gonna take a look at Vannabelle, the Haunted Vansion, my Ram 1500 Promaster conversion van. Now, what I mean by conversion is I converted her into a camper. Look at her, she is beautiful. This is my baby right here. I love my Promaster. Having this is so awesome. Getting to go camping, getting to just drive around with a house on wheels. It's pretty awesome. Today, we're gonna finally take a look at her. So let's crack her open and let's take a look at Vannabelle, the Haunted Vansion, which of course, clearly is all Haunted Mansion themed. If you couldn't tell by that alone, and the little like fake license plate I have on the front here, my Doom Buggy license plate. Yes, here in Pennsylvania, we do not need a regular license plate on the front. We can go with a fake one. So I have my Doom Buggy license plate, and here she is, Vannabelle, the Haunted Vansion. I'll try to go through this quickly. I don't want to make this video too crazy long. So when you first walk in, you're greeted by a couple of signs here, including my custom-built Haunted Vansion plaque. This is the same plaque that actually hangs outside of the Haunted Mansion attraction, both in Disneyland and Walt Disney World. The only difference is I had to make it a V. Look at that, the Haunted Vansion. I just said I want one change. Can you make the M a V? And they said, sure, no problem. So custom made all the way from Canada. Pretty awesome, pretty cool. And then inside we need some lighting. So I do have some puck lights here. We turn them on with the remote. I don't actually have electricity in Vannabelle. Sort of, I'll explain that in a second. So I don't have solar panels or anything like that. However, I do have the capability of actually having electricity if I happen to be around a plug. I do have an outlet over here drilled into the side of Vannabelle right there. So I do happen to have electricity at a campsite or at my house or a friend's house or just somewhere, maybe even possibly here. I think that's actually a plug right there in the light. I maybe could have plugged Vannabelle up, but I'm not gonna get in trouble with the church. But if I do actually have the capability of having electricity, I can plug her up and then have electricity inside Vannabelle. But when I don't, I use these battery operated puck lights. You can turn them on and off with your hands or the remote, which is pretty awesome. I love having these in here. So as you can see, there's lots of decor. I have a Haunted Mansion poster right here. I have all kinds of stuff up there on the shelf as well. I've got the stretching room portrait poster back there. I've got my custom made Haunted Mansion wallpaper pillowcases and the bedspread to go along with it. Of course, the curtains here as well. Awesome. Also custom, they are awesome. Also custom made, very cool. I've got a throw. I've got this house is haunted throw pillow right here. This actually is not Haunted Mansion, that I got from Big Lots, I believe. I think it was from Big Lots, but it looked Haunted Mansion-y. And my Madame Leota tombstone throw pillow, that is Disney. That is really, really cool. I got other random things up here as well. I got a knocker. I've got my Foolish Mortals street sign, all kinds of just fun, interesting things. I, of course, have my dresser here, so I can put all kinds of clothes and whatnot inside there. Like I said, all kinds of decor on top of that. Madame Leota ears up here because, again, why not have that? Another Madame Leota tombstone down here. This is actually a Christmas stocking that looks like the Madame Leota tombstone, but I use it to hold straws. I use it to hold straws because you never know when you need a straw, especially this day and age with everybody going strawless or going paper straws. Sometimes you need straws. I got some more curtains down here as well to go underneath the bed, to hide underneath the bed. I got my welcome mat when you come in, my Welcome Foolish Mortals welcome mat. I have a custom, not custom made, but custom installed, I should say, third seat. I do have a son, So he needs a place to sit. Had this custom put in by a garage up the street from me. They bolted it into the floor. It actually is on rails, so the seat can come out. If I need the extra room, if I'm doing a show or something like that, I need extra room in the van, this whole entire seat can actually be removed. I can take it out if I need to, but that doesn't usually happen. I've got all kinds of stuff hanging up there as well. I pretty much have anything I could possibly need while I am out. So I have jackets and stuff hanging up. I've got a Mickey hat over there. I go to Walt Disney World a lot in this van, so I always have Disney stuff in this van on the go, on the ready, because you never know when you're gonna need Disney stuff while you're down at Walt Disney World. I have the mirror up here so I can shave in the morning. I have a lamp here. When I am hooked up to electricity, I can use this. As you can see, there are bats inside. When you turn this on, the bats actually shine through, which is pretty awesome. I made that myself. That was just an idea I had to do that. There's a TV in here. It's only an HD 1080 TV, not 4K, not yet. And I do have a Blu-ray player here as well. Got to go 4K at some point. But again, when I am hooked up to electricity, I can watch movies in here. I have a Roku player in here as well that I can use if I happen to have Wi-Fi. All the remotes for all that's right here. This is a remote for the AC unit, which is just a portable AC unit. That's all I use in here. A lot of people have AC units like hooked up and installed into the roof. I did not do that. I just have a portable one here. This works perfectly well. This is a great idea, great solution if you're in the market for an AC unit for your camper or something like that. You can go with a portable AC unit. You do have to run exhaust out a window. I'll show you guys how I do that in a minute. I also have a Yeti down here. This works great for cooling stuff, keeping things cool and cold and sometimes even frozen for a while. This can actually go like 2.5 or so days without having to have the ice changed in it, unless you're in a really warm area. Otherwise, I've gone like 2-3 days without having to change the ice in here. It keeps everything nice and cold. So I don't have a refrigerator because again, I don't have electricity at all times, but this works perfectly well for keeping stuff cold. So that's awesome. I of course have a first aid kit down there and a fire extinguisher because you never know when you're gonna need that. Decorated the bureau there, the dresser, with some decals just to make it look a little nicer, a little more interesting. So that's pretty much the inside of Vannabelle. But then we come around back here, and of course you've got just a boatload of stickers, because why not have a ton of stickers on Vannabelle and some magnets as well. I will definitely at some point completely fill up these windows with stickers. I will not be able to see out the back of them. Not that I can see out of the back of them now, because I have these custom built shades to go on the windows. These are actually just magnetized to the windows. These are awesome. These were very expensive, but I cannot recommend enough actually getting these made. They are worth the money. I have them for the back windows. I have them for the front passenger and driver's side window, and the front window as well. Again, very expensive, cost a ridiculous amount of money to have these custom made, but in my opinion, completely 100% worth it, because now when I go places and I go camping, I can have all the light completely blocked out. These I just keep up all the time because I've tried driving this van and actually using the rear view mirror. The distance between the cab and the back windows are so great. It's just completely 100% pointless. It doesn't really serve any purpose to be able to see out the back window, so I don't use them. I do have plugs back here, so some just random plugs. I have an coax cable for cable. If I happen to be at a campsite or something like that actually does have cable hookups. There is a cable hookup I ran actually underneath the van here from the TV. From the TV, kind of runs back behind everything and then down through there's a lot of cars have holes in them. I've come to find out a lot of cars actually have areas where you can run things from inside to outside. We won't get into that, but you can do it. And I actually was able to run a coax cable from inside to outside. So if I happen to be at a campsite that does have cable, like in Walt Disney World, I can actually watch cable, which is pretty awesome. Have my heavy duty cord right here. This is actually what I use for the AC unit, because you do need something like this. Do not use a regular extension cord. Do not use a low gauge. Do not use a medium gauge. Use a high gauge, heavy duty extension cord. Otherwise, you will burn your camper down. So I have this. I run out the window as well. Then over here, as you can see, this is what I actually have to actually vent the exhaust from the AC unit outside the window. I custom made this myself. Well, not the plastic part, but this wooden part. Custom built that to actually fit the window. It does fit right into the window. I then run the exhaust hose down from the window into the AC unit, and it vents out all the hot air. So that's what I did. I got the idea actually from other people who do it online, but it was a good idea, so I went with it. I also got a a broom with a dustpan because you never know when you're gonna need that. In fact, I use this all the time. I'm constantly cleaning out the van. Got to keep her nice and clean. Got some rope because you never know when you're gonna need a rope. I figured, what the heck? I actually have a friend who always says you should always have at least so much rope with you at all times. And there's actually been times where I've been with my friend where we've needed rope. So you never know when you're gonna need it. I always have some of that. And I do live in Pennsylvania, so I have a ice scraper with an ice brush because that definitely sometimes comes in handy. There's just a small little portable shop vac in here because again, you never know when you're gonna need that. I've got a hand cart, use that all the time at conventions, or if I go to Walt Disney World and we have to go from the van to our hotel, it's nice to have something to put the luggage on. That comes in handy. There's an ice bucket for when I'm camping and I go to the ice machine, I need to put new ice in the Yeti. Definitely had to have something like that. This is where I put all my food in. So if I have food or something like that I want to store, I just put it in here. That's just kind of odds and ends. There's a sleeping bag in there and an extra change of clothes and some extra shoes and just all kinds of random stuff inside that bin there. Basically the things I don't necessarily need at all times goes inside there. I have some more heavy duty gauge wire there, another extension cord because this usually works pretty well. When I go to a campsite, I can usually run from the van to the electrical outlet just with a small little cord, but every now and then there's somewhere where for some reason the cord is really far away and I have to use a much larger, much more heavy duty extension cord, and that's when I bust that out. But luckily I don't have to use that very often. So there you go, guys. That is Vannabelle, the Haunted Vansion. I do have a little thing back here with some bags on it. This is something else I definitely recommend doing. I use these plastic bags all the time for trash, for food, for just all kinds of random things that I have to randomly throw out or just need a plastic bag for. You never know when you're gonna need a plastic bag, and surprisingly, I need them quite often. So I installed this little bag dispenser back here. It works perfectly fine. This is just something I can put over top of the plug outside if it happens to be raining. I don't really need to use that, but I'm kind of OCD, so I put that on there sometimes. But all right, guys, so there you go. I don't think I'm really forgetting much of anything. There's a coffin-shaped mirror with a Haunted Mansion key on top of it. Didn't come like that. I put the key on there myself, but thought it looked pretty awesome, pretty cool. You just close these up. There you go. So that is Vannabelle, the Haunted Vansion. Like I said, just want to show her off to you guys really quickly. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them down below. On the back of the door here, I've got magnets from all kinds of places I visited, along with some stickers from places I visited, all the states that I visited with Vannabelle. These are only places I've been with Vannabelle, not places I've been in other cars or by myself or whatever. These are places basically that Vannabelle has been. Vannabelle's been to all these places. She's been to all these states. I have a nice big bright, look at that, bright flashlight there because you always need to use that. I have a umbrella installed here because definitely need to use that quite often when I'm getting out of the van. Again, I think that's about it, guys. So my custom built Ram 1500 Promaster. It is a low top, not a high top. As you can see, when I go inside here, I can't completely and fully stand up, unfortunately, but didn't want to go with a high top because there's a lot of places with a high top you actually can't go. A lot of places I would not be able to drive the van if I had the high top, so I went with the low top instead, which, yes, being able to stand in Vannabelle would be nice, but I like being able to get to any place I pretty much want to go. And for the most part, I haven't had too many issues with this van. It is still quite tall. There's been a couple of times where I haven't been able to get into places, but I'd say like at least 95% of everywhere I go, Vannabelle can fit just fine. But all right, guys. So also want to quickly say that none of this stuff is actually attached. None of the wood is actually attached to the van. A lot of people, when they do build these vans, they kind of like frame out the van by putting the framework like screwed into the actual framing of the van itself. I didn't want to do that because I figured when it comes time that Vannabelle, gets old, she needs to be traded in. I need to upgrade Vannabelle. I didn't want there to be a bunch of holes inside the van to devalue her. So I figured what I would do instead is I built all of this as just one big box. All of these walls, the roof, everything holds all of itself up by being all screwed into each other. And basically it's like I said, a giant box. That is what I built in here. Just some plywood and some big sheets of wood. The bed I just framed out myself. I had no idea what I was doing, but it worked. I just framed her out, and she holds me and my wife, and my son's been up there. All three of us have been on the bed watching movies, and my son likes to jump on the bed as well. Hasn't broken yet, so I think I did pretty good with that. If I do need to get to something underneath here, I think I can just move these over. As you can see, somehow, possibly, there you go. If I need to get under there, I can do that. I got puck lights also under here, so I can get to anything I need under there. Like, so if it's raining outside, I don't want to go around back, I can just use that. Inside here is a portable toilet. and some cleaning supplies. This is just my junk drawer full of all kinds of odds and ends and things I could possibly need. So like I said, portable toilet in there because you never know when you're gonna possibly maybe need a toilet. I do have a bag full of like a toolbox bag that's underneath the chair there. I use that all the time. Screwdrivers and wrenches and hammers and all kinds of things like that, that again, you possibly need. Basically anything I could possibly need while out and about on the road is pretty much inside Vannabelle. I thought of pretty much everything. Anything I could possibly need while I'm out and about is inside here. It's a little house on wheels, and that's what I wanted to do. Create a little house on wheels. Of course, a haunted house on wheels. That is what I wanted. And I love traveling around inside Vannabelle. It is so much fun. I love driving places, like nice faraway places inside Vannabelle. I love camping in Vannabelle. Sometimes I just hang out in my own driveway in my own house in Vannabelle because I love her that much. But all right, guys, just wanted to show this off to you quickly. Again, Vannabelle, the Haunted Vansion. If you guys do have any questions, leave a comment down below. Let me know, because I'm sure there's all kinds of things I'm forgetting to tell you guys about. I know there's stuff I'm forgetting to tell you guys about, and I'm sure you guys will have questions about them down below. But like I said, built everything myself, all the walls, the bed, all the framing, all the everything. Painted it all myself. Everything here was custom built. I mean, the cabinetry was not custom built. That I got from IKEA, I believe. So everything besides that was custom built. Well, all right, the little table here, this came from Target as well. I did not custom build this, but everything else was custom built inside Vannabelle. Sorry guys, again, just want to show this off. Vannabelle, the Haunted Vansion, my 1500 Ram Promaster. I love her so much. She's fantastic. I will never not have a van again. In fact, the next car I get, when Vannabelle does get old and Pumpkin, my Kia Soul gets old, I have to trade them in. I'm not gonna get another Kia Soul. I'm not gonna get another car and a van. I'm just gonna go full van next time, because I hear, rumor has it, they're bringing out hybrid versions of these. I've heard, so gas mileage will be even better. Gas mileage is actually pretty good on this van. What it is, don't ask me. I do not know off the top of my head, but this actually does get, for a van, really good gas mileage. However, a hybrid would get even better gas mileage. Maybe the amount of a car, maybe the gas mileage of a regular car. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm probably gonna go hybrid Promaster next time. Maybe a high top? No, probably not a high top. We'll see. Who knows? That's not for another couple of years yet until Vannabelle needs to be traded in. Probably another 5, 6, who knows how many years I'll have her until I have to get a new van. But when I do get a new van, I'm gonna go full van. No car anymore in my life. Just house on wheels, because I love having this so much. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. So as always, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course, check down below for all the different links to social media and whatnot. Also check down below for a link to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a monthly postcard from the road. Every month you will get a postcard from me. Also check down below for links to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself What's With Dave Today t-shirts. Proceeds both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon do go to help putting gas inside Vannabelle here, so we can come out to fun, interesting places, and I can bring you back to see cool places like the cemetery. Again, we're coming back here at some point because that place is pretty amazing. I got to show you guys that amazing cemetery sometime. So like I said, any help, follow the links, any help would be much appreciated. And if you guys do hit that subscribe button, or you guys are subscribed, I will see you in tomorrow's video. So all right, guys, good. Vannabelle, the Haunted Vansion. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave the comments down below. I will do my best to answer them. I'm pretty sure I showed you everything, but I probably didn't. So, all right, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ask your questions down below, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good one, guys. Bye. That's a very, very loud motorcycle.